Hello everyone and welcome back to my crafting world. This is Anna. Design team project share with you, and I am, as you know, on the design team for A Trace of Sparkle. Her name is Jennifer, the owner of the shop, and she is on Etsy. I will leave all the links that you need for her shop in the description box. I guess you just need one link, so it will be in the description box. So for this month, the month of July, I chose a paper line called August Rose. And it is so pretty, so shabby, guys. You know, I fell in love with it when I saw it. So I still have a few pages here left, and I'm going to show you what I have left. So we'll show you what is in August Rose. So they have the paper and they have ephemera. And it is so pretty, guys. So this one is one of the pages that I had left over. So it is designed by A Trace of Sparkle, and it is called August Rose. I did a few smaller projects to equal a big one. So they will all be, I will show you everything that I have made. So this one is one of the sheets that come in the paper pack that you can purchase. Guys, the prices are super reasonable, super reasonable. I mean, and you get a lot for your money. So here's one, and this is another one. This one, of course, they are tickets, but look how pretty those tickets are. Oh my gosh, you can turn these into tags. Although if you print them on half a sheet, they will be smaller, so you can get them probably this size, and these would be even smaller. But I chose to print the full size. And they are so pretty, guys. Seriously, they are so, I just love this colored wood grain. That is my favorite. And then this one is, this actually is an envelope, and I did use one of the, I had printed this one already, and I used the envelope for the other one that I had printed that I've already used. And it does come with some of the a few words here: glamorous, charming, graceful, sparkling, dreamy, delightful, dazzling, and flourishing. I don't remember which one I used, but I know I used one or two of them. So this is another sheet. This is one of my favorites, and it is so stinking pretty. I'm not sure what side I think it goes this way. Anyway, these are this one, oh my gosh, this is one of my favorites. I think this one is probably my second favorite. But my first favorite is this one. Oh my gosh, I just love this print. I love wood grain, but with the greens and the pinks in there, just make it stunning. I just love that. And you'll see that in the projects that I have prepared, and I am about to show you. So August Rose is definitely worth getting. So she does have a sheet in there with some tags, and I have made some tags. And how pretty are these tags? This is another, I believe there's a whole sheet of this print right here, and I just used some of the wood grain paper or scraps to make this flower right here. You know me, I stickled everything up. I just put some flowers on there, and I just thought this twine looks so pretty on the tag. Just makes it look that much better. And I did, you know me, I stickled the twine, and everything is so sparkly. Here's where I used one of the words, graceful, and of course I made a flower, and this one was store-bought. So and I used I think it was Pop of Color for the dots here. Turned out super pretty. I really like the way that turned out, and I did back it up just so it would be sturdier. And there you go, super pretty. And I of course put a pearl there hanging in the center of the bow. Just love that. And then for this one, again, I used of course, the tag sheet, and I put a flower. I made a flower, put it here at the bottom, and these two, of course, you guys know I have some flowers ready made, ready to go. And then I just cut out this tiny little tag out of another piece of the scraps, and I made this tiny tag, and then I hung some beads on there, and that just looks so pretty. And then I stickled up the birds right here and at the bottom, and the leaves, of course, the flowers. And I think I love both tags. I don't know which one's my favorite. You let me know. I'm thinking I like this one more just because of the twine that I put stickles on. But you let me know which one you think is prettier. I'm thinking this one. Anyway, those are the tags that I used, or that I made. And then I made a little box, and again, I used part of the paper to I popped these up on foam, and to create dimension. And I made a little cluster of flowers right there. And of course, you know, this die will be listed in my description box. And so I put flowers on there, and again, I used pop of color for the dots here. So this box, of course, I made with the scraps that I had been working with, and I didn't want them to go to waste, you know me. So I made the box, and it says flowers. So when I opened the box, it's got flowers in it, guys, and all the flowers match the paper because they're made again with the scraps. I didn't want to waste the scraps, so I made quite a few flowers to put in the box. And don't these make beautiful flowers, guys? You get so much color into each flower, and of course you can make them as full as you want. And again, they are all made with the scraps. I think they turned out so pretty. I just added some color in the center, and that was it. I just love the way they turned out. So those are the little flowers that I made with the cluster of flowers on the front on dimension. When I use a paper line, I try to use everything I can when I have to print them, or regardless. I try to use everything in there to make either a cluster or ephemera or something, so that nothing goes wasted. And I really do like the way that turned out. So that was my box of flowers. And then I used my spool die to make this little container, and I just love how it turned out. I love how it turned out. So I used 2 dies to make this little trinket box. I used some wooden beads for feet, and I did cover the center here just so nothing would come out, because there is room for something inside. And I did, you know, guys, I did haul these from Lisa's shop, Happy Crafter, and I'll link that in the description box as well. And of course, I had this little bow in my stash. I hung another bead from there, and then I just made a little cluster of flowers. And then for the handle knob, what I did was I glued some beads to a pin, a longer pin, along with a rondelle, and these also come from Lisa's shop. And I just glued it down to the bottom and to the lid. I made some flowers. This one's bought, but I made this one out of gold paper. And you can lift the lid by holding this little handle here and just lifting up that way. And there you go. I made that cute little container out of this beautiful paper. And again, maybe it wasn't all scraps, but I used part of the paper to make this. And look how pretty that paper is, guys. Seriously, that is so pretty. I just love how this little handle turned out, and you just close it back up, put some goodies in there, and give out to your partner if you're gonna, ship something out. I just love the way it turned out. There we go, guys. Isn't that paper just gorgeous? I love it. I really, really do. So that is another item that I made. But my big ticket item, if you will, I made this little, I believe she called it, I did follow a tutorial, and again, I'll list that in the description box. She calls it a mini album. But anyway, so I used the paper line. I had this trim in my stash. These flowers were on my stash, and I just tucked in some little roses here on the side, and here on the top, and still trying to get rid of these glue strings. And then so I cut out some leaves, and I put some leaves at the bottom, the window on the front. I used a die in my stash for the window. And here is that paper, the flowers that that I made. Most of the flowers came out of this paper right here. And I used a light blue for the background, or for the base. And then here is the back. And I wanted, of course, all of it to coordinate, so I used the same paper for the whole outside. I didn't switch the papers up. And then this closes with Velcro, and then it opens up this way. So I'm going to take out the contents just to show you. I'll show you the contents in a moment. But once it's empty, look at that scene. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. That just looks nice and cozy, and I just love the way that looks. I know I keep lifting it up so I can see it, but here's some glue. So anyway, there is the inside of this mini album. And of course you can put whatever you want on the inside. You can decorate it however you want, but there is the inside of mine. And inside goes some like booklets, and you can put, you know, of course, pictures in here. So you could put a picture on the front if you really wanted to. You could cover up the front with a photo. That would be perfectly fine. It's all up to the individual. And then you have, I was going to map these, but I thought, well, I'm going to leave them like that so that if someone has a larger picture, they can put it on here and not worry about covering up a mat. And then, of course, you can put one on the back. And you can really make as many as will fit in here, but you also have to think about how thick they get with the photos. And here's my favorite page, guys. So again, here's a mat, or a photo booklet, and again, they're all the same, so I'm not going to open them all up for you, but there's that one. And here is this one. This is so pretty. Now this one is this page, and then I just cut this out of another page, and I glued it to the front. So this does not come like that. And then this one comes out of that very first page that I showed you, which is this one right here, guys. That's what this one is, this one right here. And I made that one into a photo mat, and this one has a pink base, and the reason that it has that is because it was a little smaller than I had wanted it to be for the booklet, so I just added a mat to that. Here is another one of my second favorite page. So there are the photo mats. Of course, you have to think about how thick they get when you put them in the box. So, but I still think that you can fit a few more in here, even with photos on it. But that's all I made for the mini album. Now, I did use her. She has a page in here, and I don't know if I printed one. I did. This one, I printed this one out, like I said, twice, and I used the first one to actually, this is an envelope, guys. I printed it out and made the envelope. So let me show you how beautiful that turns out. Look at this envelope, guys. Oh my gosh, it is beautiful. And then here's the back, and all you do is cut. All you do is cut exactly the way the pattern has it on here. Of course, you would score from, you know, cut to cut fold it and then glue it together, and you have your envelope. So I couldn't just make an envelope, so I went ahead and made a card to fit inside. And here is the card that I made, and again, this comes from that same page. I just had to cut it down a bit to fit the card. And here's the card that I made. The base is pink, then I used a gold mat, and then I put the image on the top, and then added a little gold to the word charming and a gold bow. I didn't want to make it too dimensional because this is a regular envelope. And then on the inside, it opens up. I use some more of the paper, and on the inside I put glamorous, and then this is where your note would go. So I thought that turned out really cute as well. I just really do love the way that envelope turned out. I love the envelope, guys. And there we go. All right, so that was my project share for a trace of sparkle. I do hope that Jennifer enjoys what I've been making with her paper, and it's beautiful, guys. I encourage you to go check her out. Of course, she's got other designs on there, and hopefully you will visit and at least check her out. All right, guys, thanks a lot, and y'all have a great day.